All right, let me mention a magic woman, Natasha Owens, recording artist. She has many hit singles, including Trump One and You Know It, and The Chosen One, which was inspired by me and co-written by me and Natasha and her whole team. Her new single is called Climate Change is Real, Stupid. And you can find all her music at NatashaOwensMusic.com, NatashaOwensMusic.com. Her music has just won all kinds of awards, and she's gotten all kinds of amazing achievements she's achieved. And the amount of people that look at it on social media in the billions, just amazing. She is our conservative MAGA star of music, Natasha Owens. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Hey, my friend. How are you?
I'm doing great. Your hit song, Trump One, reached #1 on iTunes and accumulated over 100 million social media impressions despite major shadow banning. And then along came The Chosen One, which you and I collaborated on and I inspired. And it received more than, here it says 1 billion, but I know my plaque right behind me says over 2 billion social media posts. So I don't know where we got 1 billion from, but I know over 2 billion. And we present, you and I together presented President Trump with his own plaque and / award commemorating The Chosen One and the success of The Chosen One. Top 20 iTunes hit and over 2 billion social media views. I'll bet it's now over 3 billion. So congratulations. What else can I say? Bravo.
Thank you. The last analytics we looked at was over 25 billion social media impressions on The Chosen One. So good job for pushing us in that direction. We had a successful song, and we enjoyed going to the White House. It was amazing.
So you're saying what we put on that plaque, which I have behind me, that we got 2 billion social media views is now 25 billion.
It's already out. It's already outdated.
Oh my gosh. Not 2.5 billion, 25 billion.
25.
Wow. That is amazing. That is amazing. That number is just amazing. And again, you know, it's funny because here in my notes it says your song Trump One reached 100 million social media impressions despite shadow banning. Well, now we've reached 25 billion despite shadow banning. I mean, that hasn't changed, right? You're being banned and I'm being banned the same as we always were.
That's correct, but it's spinning quicker than they can ban us, so that's always a good thing. Run faster.
Unbelievable. 25 billion. I'm stunned at that number. That is beyond belief. And that all came because on Newsmax, I said he was the king of the Jews and the chosen one. And Trump walked out from the White House and said, Wayne Root said, I am the chosen one. He looked at the heavens and then he tweeted out 3 times, thank you, Wayne Root, for naming me the king of the Jews and the chosen one. And so I went to Natasha and I said, we got to put a song out about this. And I got the whole ball rolling and started. And her team is so talented, and they wrote it, but it was kind of little pieces of it were inspired by me. So I kind of feel like it's my baby, but you guys did a great job. Great job. So, oh, by the way, what was the experience like for you? You and I have not spoken since you and I went to the Oval Office together. No. What was that like for you? Tell everyone.
It was so surreal. I don't even remember half of it. You know, you try to absorb all the details of seeing all these archives and things that he's put in this Oval Office, and it goes by so fast. 5-10 minutes goes by fast. He was tired. He was really tired, and he was in the midst of the shutdown, the Hamas war, probably 8 wars at that point. And so it made me kind of worry about him, but I was so honored that with his busy schedule, he still gave us all time, 5 minutes to come in and give him that award, which he loves music. So he will cherish that probably more than a lot of things that he's received.
You know, everyone who knows me, Natasha, knows that, how do I put it? I'm very cocky. I'm very confident, but they call me cocky. Like President Trump, you know, I have a lot of faith in myself and I believe in myself. And so everyone said to me, did you walk in that White House, that Oval Office like you owned it? You know what I said to them? I said, no, actually my knees buckled. I mean, the minute I walked in, I felt like I was going to faint. It's like you're walking into greatness. And I don't mean just President Trump is great. I mean the room, the history of what's in that office and that desk, the resolute desk he was sitting behind. And, of course, that statue of Abraham Lincoln and the bust of Lincoln and the bust of Winston Churchill
I know.
and the Declaration of Independence on the wall. I mean, it just makes your knees buckle. You're not human if you don't feel kind of, surreal when you walk in that office. So it was an amazing experience for me too.
It was the most important and most powerful man in the world is giving you 5 minutes in the most powerful office in the world. It was an experience that I will cherish for the rest of my life, and I have you to thank for that.
And do you remember his last words to us? Do you remember what he said? I don't know if you remember it. He looked at us all and he said, "Okay, now you got to get out of here. I got to go end the war." And I thought to myself, if things are so bad, which war? Does he mean Israel-Ukraine? Does he, Israel-Hamas? Does he mean Ukraine-Russia? Does he mean some other war around the world? Or does he mean Chicago or Portland? Or does he mean the government shutdown?
Or just the war with the Democrats. That's an ongoing, yeah.
The shutdown in Chicago, Portland, those were all wars with Democrats, right? So it's just amazing what's on that man's shoulders, right? That's why I get so mad at Marjorie Taylor Greene that she stabbed him in the back now over one issue she doesn't agree with here or there. Gets me annoyed. Nobody could have gotten us where we are today. America is on the road to being great again because of one man, Donald J. Trump. No one else could have pulled it off. No one else could have beaten the mainstream media and the deep state. No one. All right. So now you have a song that went to our chosen song, despite 25 billion social media views, it still only went to number 20 at iTunes. Your new song, Climate Change is Real, Stupid, is number 1 at iTunes. Is that correct?
It did. It's the difference in people buying it and people not buying it. The liberals went insane over the chosen one, and so therefore they didn't buy it. But this one they did. And it all surfaced to number 1 because Bill Gates said 2 weeks ago that the world is not coming to an end. He has a different opinion now, which is the way they do it. It's the most hypocritical. I can do it, but you can't. I can fly around in my jet, but you have to suck your drink through a paper straw. It is a dictator's dream, the Green New Scam. And President Trump talked about it just this week, talking about how, they want to take away our freedoms. They want to take away our movements. They want to tax us to death for something that isn't even real. They used to call it global warming until they didn't have the science to back it up. Now it's climate change because if it rains too much, it's climate change. Not enough, climate change. They can use it to just intertwine into anything. The people have to understand that if we want a future for us and our children, we have got to pull this thing out by the root. I don't know about you, but I don't want to suck through a paper straw. I don't want to have an electric car or a 15-minute city or eat bugs and own nothing and love it. So no thank you, Klaus Schwab or Bill Gates or any of you billionaires. So we thought we would call you out, show your faces, and do something really fun with Climate Change is Real, Stupid.
And I love it, and I got to laugh at what you just said because I don't know if it's a good idea or a bad idea to pull it out by the root. I don't know if that's good or bad. I don't want that coming through me. I don't want that stuff going on through me. What are you working on now, by the way? You know what I think you should be working on? I've tried to inspire you to do the Obama song. I don't know if you're planning to do that, but
oh my gosh, yes.
You need to do an Obama song. I'm telling you, this guy is, excuse the pun again, this guy is at the root of every problem and all the evil going on in America. It's not Biden. His boss was Obama. It's all Obama. Let's do an Obama song.
Oh my God, it's on the list. The Democrats keep giving me all kinds of material. We just finished our America 250 song. It's the anniversary song for America 250 for next year. And that is about to come out. And then I want to work on a Charlie Kirk song.
Aren't you singing at all those events, America 250?
Yeah, it is 50 states in 50 weeks. That's what President Trump means when he says we're going to celebrate all year long. He's bringing the celebration to every state to you, which is going to be really, really great. So we just finished with that. And, Charlie Kirk passing away. I want to do something along the lines of Heaven's Crowded, just a call to action for the Christians to push back and be louder, than they've ever been and to fight. And so Obama's on the list. I promise you, Wayne, I promise. I just feel like I get ADD because squirrel here to squirrel there. Something every day is so ridiculous that needs to be called out. These Democrats just need to stop for a minute so I can get caught up on my list.
Exactly. I think it's a great idea to do a song that is either about Charlie Kirk or his name's in the title, or maybe his name is in the title, but it's basically alluding to him being in heaven. I think that's a brilliant idea. So congratulations and move forward on that. That's great. But as soon as you're done with that, come back to me and let's work on the Obama song together, because no one understands this guy better than me. Just like I'm the guy who inspired the Chosen One comments out of Trump that led to the song. I'm the guy who went to college with Obama. Remember that? I went to Columbia University with Obama, and then he used the IRS to try and destroy me because I started talking about it, and I said he was never there. He's the Manchurian candidate. He was not at Columbia. So it's another song that kind of comes from my entire life experience that I think we can use to,
I think
to
so
really
too.
make it.
Genius.
We'll do it. We'll do it. So climate change is real stupid. Went to #1 at iTunes. Go grab a copy. Go watch it at YouTube. Watch it at Rumble. Or watch it at Natasha's website, NatashaOwensMusic.com. And then get a copy. You know, go out and buy a copy. We want to enrich great conservative patriots like Natasha, who will be singing at all 50 state, America 250 celebrations. She's at all of them because Trump loves her and we love her. Thank you, Natasha.
Thanks. See you later.
All right, wait on the route. One segment to go. Hour number 2 coming up next. We'll be with you in a sec.